Thank you, Mitzi. You inspire us. I am so excited to invite Pastor Jesse Caniff-Kuhn, campus pastor at the University of South Carolina, to come along with Olga Maria Cruz, who's campus pastor at Winthrop University, to greet the assembly and to share with you two incredible stories of beautiful ways in which our commitment to campus ministry as a synod continues to be the way that we fulfill baptismal promises that we have said many, many times. I got you. Hang on one second. I know. Hang on one second. As a parent of a college student, it is such a great joy to have campus ministers who bring Jesus into their midst and share the stories with them and allow them to share their faith stories with us as the church. So I'm grateful to the two of you and to all the campus pastors that you represent. Thank you. Before you start, Pastor Ozzie has an announcement that I forgot to tell you about. Thank you for your patience with me, Pastor Oz.
The members of the Committee of Conduct of Elections are asked to meet at the desk for the distribution of biographical data.
Thank you. Pastors, good to be with you.
Good afternoon, South Carolina Synod Assembly. Thanks, Bishop Abisher. My name is Olga Maria Cruz, and I serve as campus minister to Winthrop University.
And I'm Jesse Caniff-Kuhn, and I'm the campus pastor at the University of South Carolina. Thanks, Bishop Abisher, for inviting us and welcoming us to talk.
Campus ministry is a vital piece of the work of the church. It's a place where young adults explore life on their own terms for the first time, and they're able to investigate their faith and grow it more deeply.
It's a place where a young adult feels comfortable asking hard questions of their faith. Two of our students talked with Deacon Mitzi about the impact these ministries have had on their lives, and so Olga Maria and I would like to share those stories with y'all now. Claire Dixon grew up in St. Mark's Lutheran in Charlotte, North Carolina. When she arrived at the University of South Carolina, she made the decision to join the campus ministry as a place to meet people outside of her very demanding engineering major while remaining connected to her faith. While her first visit to Gamecock Lutheran was intimidating, she eventually joined the campus ministry board and participated in the call process to call their new campus pastor. It's me. Even though Claire grew up in the church, she was still looking for a place to ask questions about her faith. Claire shared, "One of the things we really strive to do at Gamecock Lutheran is ask questions and grow deeper in our faith. I appreciate having a place to ask questions post-confirmation. I'm still trying to figure out what I believe as I transition to adulthood. I don't just want to take on something that I was told to believe, but instead I want to connect to my faith personally. Every week for an hour before worship, we have a time of faith formation. The topics for this time together are based on suggestions from the students. We recently did a series on hell, and we talked about how it's articulated in the Bible and where our modern ideas come from. While Claire finds she does get some answers through the process of this faith formation time and the topics we cover, she also finds permission to question. She says, "I don't have to have answers. It's about thinking through what we can say we know versus what we think we know. A lot of our questions don't have a single right answer. So as Pastor Jesse explains, we can share what we believe as individuals and where we stand as a group. We can also live in the uncomfortableness of not having exact answers." Campus ministry is where young adults can feel comfortable to ask the hard questions of their faith. It's also where they can feel a sense of welcome, maybe for the first time.
Campus ministry at Winthrop University is known as Welcome, Winthrop Ecumenical Lutheran Campus Ministry. And welcome is what we try to offer every young person we encounter. I'm going to share a story that Kelly invited me to share with you. When she came to Winthrop 4 years ago, she was tentative about attending college at all, but somehow she trusted that God had something for her at Winthrop. Kelly grew up going to church with her family, but when she realized she was gay, her faith community caused her to feel judged and, rather than accepted, excluded. She left that church and their campus ministry program, questioning whether she was okay with God and whether God was okay with her. She worried that she was cut off from God's love. When I met Kelly a couple of years later as a junior, when she was a junior, I was on a panel discussion facilitated by Winthrop's Office of Diversity and Student Engagement, and we were discussing the relationship between the queer community and the church. Kelly was there with her girlfriend, and they heard me describe a God whose love was toward everyone, and a campus ministry where all were fully welcomed. Hearing this message of love and acceptance led Kelly and her girlfriend to reach out to me and get involved at Welcome. In her final year of college, Kelly served as Welcome's peer minister and also as an intern to a partner ministry, Hope of Rock Hill, where she bonded with several of our members of Grace Lutheran Church. Kelly began to feel more comfortable not only at campus ministry, but visiting the church as well. And when she graduated last month, Kelly says she now feels more connected to her Christian faith and hopeful that in the future she can find a church family who will love and accept her. A quote from Kelly, "Welcome has impacted my life because before finding this affirming space, I did not know that my identities as a Christian and queer could both be present and accepted in one community." The church talks a lot about wanting more young people. In my view, campus ministry is where the church keeps its baptismal promises to support and nurture young people throughout their faith journey. At this point at Welcome, I have 0 cradle Lutherans, including myself. Instead, we have 20 young adults who, like Kelly, are seeking a spiritual home and building a faith community together that feels like good news. We find a place together in the ELCA because we hear the good news from you that God's love is toward everyone.
It's a place of comfort, a place to ask questions, a place to feel welcomed, and a place to be affirmed. That's campus ministry.
And the work of campus ministry across the South Carolina Synod is unmatched among other synods in the ELCA. The collegiality of our campus pastors and the incredible support from this synod and your congregations is amazing. We're so thankful for you.
We're the ones who are interacting with these young folks day to day, but the work that the church is doing is really what makes all of this possible. And so we can't say thank you enough to all that y'all do as well. You are the beginning, the before, and the after for these young folks. You're the ones who plant the seeds and start to have faith grow in them, and then they come to us, and we get to welcome them and walk alongside them for a while, and then we get to send them back to you to be members and leaders in your communities. And so we really can't do this without you. If you know young adults, if you know students who are at schools, we only know they exist if you tell us. So if you know folks at Winthrop or South Carolina or Clemson, Pastor Josh Kessner's over there in his orange shirt, and I know Pastor David Kaufman is in a Newberry shirt somewhere. There he is. Find one of us. Let us know you have students, or find one of us. And if you have students at other schools I didn't mention, we know how to get connected to campus ministry there too. So refer us, find us at the table. But mostly, thank you so much for the work that you're doing to support and nurture these young people.
Thank you so much.